Hello, my loves. How are you? So, I'm going to pull a few cards and just see where the energies are. But I wanted to talk to you really quick about something that's been on my mind. And many of you who have known me for a while know that one of my favorite things to do is to really talk about how to practically apply to our lives these spiritual concepts. And yes, a lot of what we've been doing has been connected to the Twin Flame Divine Counterpart Collective. But you also know that I really enjoy connecting these concepts to all areas of our lives because so many of you know when you go on this awakening journey, it hits all the different areas of your life. So, with that said, if you have any questions, and I know I touched on it on my most recent YouTube video, like we've learned how to surrender, now what? How do we actually go to the next steps? How do we practically apply what that means and still live our lives? So if there's any topics, any questions, anything that you would like me to do a video about connected to anything really, but if there's this spiritual concept or energy that you understand intellectually, but you've also been like really working to how do I apply this to my day-to-day life? How do I still continue to like show up in the world and be myself within the world, even if they don't necessarily understand this new version of me just yet? So if you have any things like that that you would like to talk about, let me know. And as I'm saying that, it's bringing me back to that message that came in last week, which was that evolution of be in this world, but not of it. It's like be in this world and be of it in your own unique and special way. So, again, I would love to hear from you around any of these topics. You can put it right in the comments if you would like. And let's see where things unfold because this is some of my favorite things to do. Like, how do we actually live it? All right. So, with that said, I am just going to welcome in all of our higher self, our presence, our connection to Mother Earth, and ask to bring forth the most beneficial messages for those of you here with me at this time. And where are we headed? Okay, I am going to go into the shaman dream deck and let's just see where this goes. Winter's dream gestation period and preparations come to fruition. Wow. Okay. So we have this energy of where we all have been gestating, right? Maybe been in more hermit modes and being pushed out into the world. Like I just said, be in this world and be of it in our own new ways, right? This is where the rewriting is taking place. This is where we're reframing what it was to what it is now. And for so long, that topic that's been coming up where so many feel alone or misunderstood or just different than a lot of what's going on with the rest of the world. But this is the part like actually we've been preparing for. And as I'm saying this, it feels like this is where we can talk about, okay, what's the ways that I can show up and be me, right? But in a way that allows me to still interact in the world. And if you have any thoughts or questions around that, or specific, even if you want specific dynamics or experiences, you can put them in the comments and let's see where it goes. Because I feel like there's so many things that I can talk about that unless I get something specific that comes in or I have a specific conversation, sometimes I'm not even all the way sure where to start because there's just so many conversations we can have with this. Okay, I feel guided to pick three tarot with this. So, what's occurring for the collective as we're coming out of the gestation period and the preparations are coming to fruition before I even pick any cards? It's like in this next phase, we're always learning and growing and transforming. So, this next phase is about transforming while we are living, while we are present in the world. It's understandable that we needed that space to really be alone and get to know ourselves. And maybe we're still doing some of that, but also some of the ways that we get to know the next parts of ourselves are by being back in the world in, again, new ways. So let's see. I'm going to pull all three. Let's see where things are headed. The moon, the Ten of Swords, the moon, and the King of Swords. Okay. So this feels like something is thawing out. The way that this is coming in, it actually feels like something is thawing out between the masculine and feminine. And immediately I can feel this like internal thawing where this, oh wow, as I'm saying this, like where we may have held back from being in the world, that's what's thawing. And this is also a key to integrating the inner masculine and feminine, which will also bridge the space between the masculine and feminine dynamics, which makes a lot of sense if you really stop and think about it. Any places where we were held back internally would actually um just what I'm seeing is like with the winter's dream and this King of Swords, I was feeling like where it was a little bit frozen, but in a way where, like I said, sometimes all you can do is all you can do. And we build the muscle to get to this point. And now it's like that part that was holding the depth of you, the parts you've been learning, but was also maybe walling off the external world while you were in your healing bubble. It's now thawing so that you can step forward out into back into the world. So that part of you that was in that inner masculine protective energy is now thawing out so your inner feminine can come back out into the world. And this applies no matter how you identify. And it's just working with this internal process and letting everything that you've been working on, all that work and preparation actually come to fruition in the physical world. It's so interesting how it really is like the winter energies, the icy energies, but also like where you're gestating and learning the truth. And like all of this change is happening on the inside, even though it looks frozen on the outside. And then things start to thaw out, and the depths of you are revealed. And as you're thawing, you come walking out of the water and like all the things you've been learning, all that preparation that you were doing during your gestation is now coming to fruition, right? This is the next stage where you're embodying deeper results of what you were learning in the overall um, hermiting gestation period. In essence, this is the rebirth. And I know we go through lots of death and rebirth transformation cycles. This feels like a big one in the sense that if this was like the cocoon phase, this is the butterfly phase. And again, like I said earlier, this next phase is about learning how to be able to transform and be in life simultaneously. Now, of course, you're still going to need your alone time and your integration time, but this is just coming into a more balance of alone time and socialization time in whatever way that comes forward for you. And it's not something to push, especially if you've been alone for quite some time. This is the beauty of this process. You can just start doing things that you enjoy. How do you want to show up in life? What do you want to experience in life? And as you're experiencing those for yourself and creating that frequency, this is what will start to draw in more clearly what is a match to you. Okay. And I want to get another card. I'm just not, you know what I do? I want to get one of the spirit cards. These are so pretty. Let's just see what message wants to come in to round this out. Okay. Uh, warrioress, devotion, assertiveness, focus. And this feels like that part where the feminine, even the inner feminine, now feels safe and protected and comfortable coming back out into the world. So, this is where the sacred feminine energies are embodying and expressing more clearly in the physical world. And I'm saying it like that, not because, again, you have to have it all figured out before you step out. This next steps are that process. And look at what's in her hair. Look at all those butterflies with what I said about the butterflies, right? This is like where she's strong, protected, standing in her power. It makes me think of the strength card in the traditional tarot. And yet she's still allowing the transformation, the downloads, and the messages to come through. Again, you're still going to rest and go within in your pockets, but it's not going to have to be for years and years at a time. Think of it being more in those shorter cycles and following the rhythms so that you can build some momentum being in the physical world, being present in life and experiences. And this is the process that allows us to be in this world and also be of it in our own unique way. And I think that that's important because when it really comes down to it, be in this world and be of it, be tangible, be connected to the earth, be of this earth is the embodiment, and it's where we have the structure and the energy and the information to build the foundation more clearly for the new energy. Okay. So, this deep embodiment into the physical for ourselves out in the world in whatever ways feel aligned, of course, and continuing to let any parts of you, uncensoring those parts of you. And this just solidified it for me. I was thinking about doing an uncensored session, and I'm definitely going to be doing a recording for the uncensored energies. And if any of you feel that you want to work on that topic, you can work with me one on one in an intuitive coaching session, and we can dive into the uncensoring. All right, my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're doing well, and I will see you soon. Much love. Take care. Peace.